we gonna make a little room tour for you guys here with Abby and Martin in their vehicle, and have a little sneak peek into their life, their overland life, and of course into their rig. I'm gonna put subtitles for all our German followers, because usually we just do videos in English, in German, but today it must be in English. So, hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi, this is Martin. So, I'm gonna give you a mic.
All right.
And this is Abby.
Hi.
Hi, Abby. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having
Again,
us.
since 3 days. we had also birthday party.
Yes.
For Martin here.
For the young guy.
Yeah, for the young guy. And today I would be, and our followers would be very happy if you could show us your overland vehicle.
Sure. We will.
It's
Okay.
looking really, really interesting. You don't see that often in America.
In America, yeah. A lot of people think that we're European or German.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's funny.
It's more common to travel with this kind of truck
vehicle.
In Europe. Yeah.
So the story started. I wanted to do this trip for a long time, and in 2017 I started drafting and sketching up a plan to build the truck. I did not really know what platform. I had the military LMTV truck in mind, but they're really hungry for fuel, these trucks. So I wanted a little lower, a little smaller platform. So I saw these trucks and I kind of looked at it, and they sold throughout America. So I said it must be a good one. So I found one in British Columbia, Pemberton, and then it used to be a welding truck.
You are from?
I'm from the East Coast,
Quebec?
from Quebec.
Quebec, Canada.
Canada,
and you
Abby,
originally.
British Columbia.
You are from British Columbia. But
So
you didn't do the truck buy in British Columbia, no?
No, so I moved to, after some years, I moved to BC to work for a different company. And then I had in mind to, after this job, to build a truck and go on a trip. And finally, COVID hit. And then I decided to build the truck there at that time. And then when I was done with it, I moved in the truck. I was not complete. I met with Abby. She was working at the same company. So I'm from the aerospace industry. She works at the company where my company was having a contract. So I was the customer, and she was part of engineering department supporting the program. So
now you're on a big trip together.
So we're on a big trip now together. And it started when I finished the job. I went back to Quebec with the truck. I drove the truck to on the East Coast, so I wanted to break it in and make sure the truck works for this trip.
Yeah.
So it worked good, and Abby flew with me to meet with me in Quebec. We crossed Quebec, Canada, and we went all the way to the Arctic Ocean, and then we drove south. Stop in BC for a month or two, did some maintenance, prevention maintenance, and do maintenance. And then after we got in September, we crossed border in the United States to come south, and now we're like May, so we take a little bit more time than we should have to come down. Honestly, it's so beautiful and so much things to see.
One year is still not a lot. 1 year, right?
1 year and a half that we were planning.
1 year and a half is still not too much for North and Central America.
Yeah, so we're kind of we are honestly reconsidering the crossover to Colombia now.
Yeah.
She needs to go back to work in September. It's not enough time for the price it costs to cross over. Honestly, I don't think I want to do this expense. So what we're probably going to do is get to Panama City, turn back, go to Canada, and then fly to Argentina, get a truck in Argentina, and then do our trip, get rid of the truck, and then fly back home. So you know, it's like 16,000 US for to cross over in Colombia.
16,000 US.
Round trip with all of the
Expense, the Airbnb, the flight tickets,
yeah.
and
Okay.
the transportation once you're not on both sides. So when you don't have the truck goes for a week and a half, sometimes 2 weeks. So we're going to do it differently next time.
Yeah. But you will keep the truck.
Oh, we'll keep the truck and honestly, I wish I'm working on a plan now, maybe to build trucks for people that want them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably one of the first ones in Canada, in Quebec.
There are a few. Honestly,
at least one of the first ones building a European style overland vehicle.
I've met one other guy from Ontario, and but there's not that many.
Don't need to talk about concurrency here.
So this is the vehicle with all the bells and whistles.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what you got there?
So,
Mitsubishi Fuso.
It's a Mitsubishi Fuso FG.
Yeah.
So it's a four-wheel drive original from the company. So the truck has not been modified. The mechanic of the truck has not been modified. It's per the model, the OEM. I had all the rest though of the subframe I had to fabricate. The box is from a company on Vancouver Island. They deliver a stack of panels and extrusions. So you have to assemble the box. You have to poke holes or make holes for the doors and windows, you know, and then you dress it up, system-wise and furniture.
And the box material?
It's a fiberglass, box,
okay.
So fully insulated. It's a real four-season.
Let's go have a closer look.
Yeah. So this is a real four-season vehicle. It has like 3.5 inch on the floor, and
insulation.
And the panel is a 2 fiberglass with 3.5 inch insulation. It has a structure as well into the floor, like the fiberglass beams, and then the front and half and the roof are 3.5 inch as well thick. Okay. The sides though are only 2 inch thick.
Yeah.
And then all this is glued together. There's no fasteners, no bolt through, so there's no heat transfer or what do they call that again? Cold barrier or something like that.
Yeah. I
so
see. Cold barrier.
Yeah. These subframe are assembled to the truck frame in a way that you need to allow movement because of the four-wheel driving, and that was a challenge. There's not much at the time available data to produce your own frame, and so I improvised some of that and checked out and validate too. So one thing I did, I added one of the original fuel tanks, so I have double quantity of fuel.
How much do you?
So I have 2 tanks, 125 liters. So I have 250 liters of fuel.
And the consumption?
Consumption, I burned 19 liter 100 kilometer. So 19 liter per 100 kilometer. I weigh 15,000 pounds. I'm at the maximum gross weight vehicle.
What's your maximum range you can drive?
We can drive, depending on the terrain, but between 800 to 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah. That's enough for tuk-tuk.
Oh, that was a long ride, yeah. So here on the outside, branch guard, the brush guard. So you need to protect the structure.
Aluminium roof rack.
Aluminum,
you did the welding yourself?
Yeah, everything you see I had to cut and assemble. I hired some people to weld. I did not weld because I did not want to learn and do this really. I know how, but I don't have experience. So you got to choose your battle in life, I think. Eh?
Sure. Yeah.
So I got someone else to do all the welding, but everything that needed to be cut or assembled, I had to do it. Yeah. So very, very happy with the result so far. Here, steps are, a lot of people are asking me, what does it work? Well, steps, once we close the door, they are foldable, and then I just latch them at 2 pieces, and I can put a lock in there.
Or you leave it like outside like that?
This is how we drive it, yeah.
So you never had any issues with branches or stuff?
No,
sticking
never.
And that, yeah.
And I like it when it's stowed, it covers this axis and that axis additionally.
Oh,
so
yeah,
for
security.
That was
that's
double
it.
safety, yeah.
Yeah, so the original build, I thought I was gonna have a ladder that slides underneath, but there's no more room underneath, so I had to come up with a foldable step, and it really is good.
Mm-hmm.
Storage box for toolings, you know, keep weight low. We'll go here.
Okay.
This is a garage. I wanted a garage that you can carry your high value item like toys without everyone seeing it. So
Yeah.
I usually keep this closed so people don't see what we have while we are parked, and that's what you see. But when we drive, so when we drive, all you see is going to be what I show you now. And I originally built this so I can have my tire brought down when I need it. So that
And changing the tires?
changing tires, so I bring it down, take the bolts off, and then the tire is already on the ground, and then I take the other one and position it, and once it's up there, I have dog lock, so the weight does not rely on the winch cable, so everything comes down onto.
Houdini, you made things disappear.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
What do you smuggle?
Simple. And then when we go for the scuba diving, whatever, so we have our wetsuit hanging here and boots on top. So you know, you need some room to put your stuff when.
You're scuba divers.
Yeah, scuba, kite surfing.
You're also carrying tanks?
No, we don't. More likely not scuba, but snorkeling more likely. Spearfishing, kite surfing, mountain biking.
I wanted to go with you to Mo, but unfortunately you're leaving today.
Yeah, we got to keep
maybe
going.
You'll come back.
we never move fast enough. But anyway, yeah, it's nice to from you. I still have a access if I need a trailer hitch. It's there. But for the rest of it, I mean, it's pretty standard for the rest. Another toolbox here or spare parts. Inside here we have spares. This is my spare parts box, okay? And then all the rest is systems, air systems, water. This is my hot water maker, which is in line with the hydronic system.
It's the flow-through heater. You don't have a tank to save hot water.
No, because it's on demand. This thing is like it's 100 plate, so it's so efficient that as soon as you open water, the water comes as hot as the coolant coming in. So it's very efficient.
With electricity?
No, it's diesel
heated.
Diesel heater.
I see.
So I have a diesel heater underneath the truck, which supplies, if you look here, the bed is heated. This is for the bed heating. I have the same for the floor. The floor is radiant heat as well.
Wait, bed heating?
The bed is heated.
The bed is heated?
Yeah.
For the winter.
I guess you won't need it in Costa Rica.
No, not here, but I spent the 6 months in Quebec.
Why don't you put the bed cooling for Costa Rica?
I think it would be, if they do such a thing, it'd be a good idea, but so far
Next
did
model.
not have to
Next
think
model,
about
yeah.
that. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have much on the outside. The only thing I have is the shore power. The rest is like if I fill water, I fill through a hose what comes out here, because I have not a single tank, but I have 6 Coke or beer kegs for my water systems.
Cake, Coke or beer cakes?
Yeah,
Beer
so I use stainless steel container for my
okay.
water, my potable water system.
Yeah.
But I still filter water. I can use water from any ditch, okay? Because I filter the 3-stage with the UV system as well. So it's very fortunate, and I did not do any segregate system. Oh, this is the drinkable water, and that one is just cleaning. I filter everything, so
everything,
no
so
risk of
3-stage, two steps active carbon and 1 UV.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the heating system, I have 3 of them. So you know, everyone has a one of those Chinese heater or Webasto, but the air heater, diesel. I have the hydronic system that has the floor heating, the bed heating. It creates the hot water. I have a hot a towel warmer in the bathroom.
Towel warmer.
Yeah, towel
Okay.
warmer and a research shower as well, heater. So
And when we drive,
when we drive as well, that's because the truck has its own loop. So
Yeah.
when I have the system ongoing, the diesel heater supplies for the entire box, but the truck has its own loop of cooling system. But I connected the two with a heat exchanger, so the truck transfer heat to the heat exchanger that will warm up the truck while I'm driving. It's free, so the truck likes it. It's colder engine.
What
for
an engineering. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you kind of. Some people would say I over-engineered, but hey, from the aerospace industry, we always look at redundancy, backups, and you know. So, why not? I can do it, and
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, it was mine. So for sure now, if someone would say to me, okay, I want this truck with that kind of system, you would probably have to choose on one of those.
Okay.
Because you maybe
there are
many options. And the third one is the diesel cooktop is a cooktop that works with diesel, and it pulls barely
It doesn't smell inside.
Smell inside at startup, but that's it. But there's no burning inside. There's a combustion chamber. The smell is when it starts, and because there's not much flow on the exhaust.
Let's have a look inside,
Yeah,
so you
we'll
can continue show us from the inside. Probably easier to understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And a peek of your waters.
Yeah. So if you send, these are the water system. So the keg. So I do not have a water pump. I pressurize with air.
And
so
this is all filled with air then? Or?
This is full with water, and then I have air pushed in there, so it produces a just like restaurant. These are like the restaurant kegs.
Yeah, I see, but you need
air. So the air is produced by I have a compressor installed on the engine. So I installed a compressor on the engine. I had room for one more belt, so I installed a compressor, and I have an air tank under the frame, so a 20-gallon tank.
20-gallon air tank.
Yeah.
To run your water system.
To run the water, and you know, we're 4x4. We go to beach, we need the configuration for tire pressure. So I have on both sides air to supply tires. So it takes like 10-15 minutes max to bring air back up. And this is live all the time. So these hoses on one on each side, and they are available, readily available. So that air is supplied by the air tank, the reserve I have at the back. And so when my system, you take water, and then water pressure gets low, I just press a button and bring air into it. And then
how many days last your water pressure if you're not driving?
It doesn't go nowhere. If the water system is pressurized, and you don't take water, you're always going to be pressure. There's always going to be pressure.
Yeah,
but if you take water, Well, first of all,
you can empty all the water tank with one load of pressure.
it doesn't take much air, honestly.
Okay.
It's surprising. It does. It's going to take a lot of air once you're at the end of when you close, let's say, at 15 to 10% of the tank, and you want to like have the full pressure. That's going to take more air, but I never ran out of air for like I can have 6 shower for the because I carry 120 liters of water only because you have to choose your battle in weight. Like people like Sven, he's carrying like 450 liter. I could not because of the weight you carry. Okay, so I carry 120, and it's good for 3 days. So two shower a day, and within this, you still do dishes and all the water you need on a day-to-day basis, even the drinking water. So
what's the total weight, like fully loaded?
15,000 pounds, so 7,000 kilos.
7,500 kilos.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, if we go back to, and again, the bed heating hydronic system there.
Yeah. This one,
PEX tubing.
So the bed is on
the bed is right there above. Yeah.
Okay.
Water filtration system with the UV.
Over there.
Yeah.
The UV is the one
on top horizontal. The stainless steel.
And you have it on demand.
On demand. So the thing is, these things they sell you a UV system that you plug in, and the light bulb is good for 5,000 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you need to replace it at 5. Even though you sleep or you whatever, your water, this thing stays on first of all. So water gets warm by staying on. So I did not believe in that was the most efficient, and it takes power. You live on power. So instead of having full time connected, I added a flow meter on the water line. So as soon as I open any tap in the truck, it starts a flow meter that senses water movement, and then it turns on the UV light.
The UV light.
So I don't have the UV light being spent when I don't need it. So that was a thing that is to me was I was very happy. I still have
efficiency.
I still have a light bulb spare and whatnot in the truck somewhere, but at least I can stretch the life of this thing compared to others. So that was one of my.
Don't use unnecessary much electricity.
No,
even if it doesn't take a lot, I guess. Yeah.
And the water gets pretty warm, man, when you don't use it, honestly. So, hello, Ika.
Hello, Kartoffel.
So, that's for this is, go. Let's go inside.
You want to go first? What other over-engineered things you got inside for us?
The one I think right now.
First of all, a beautiful design you got here. I like it.
Yeah. So this wood is all BC cedar. The finish is like the driftwood kind of finish. So I torched them, brushed them, and then base coat white, stain gray, and then clear coat. That was a lot of process, but the touch is really 3D.
Really nice,
here is the table. Look at the area that we can move around, and so the table when Abby sit, so we stretch the table to eat here like this, and this is yew wood from the Alpine.
This is the
river pour, epoxy.
Epoxy,
yeah. So this gives you like, and don't forget this. I designed this for 2 person. You know, people would like to have maybe another bed here and whatnot, but I designed it for 2. It could be modified, but that was my plan. And then once we're done, I always have a coffee kind of table.
Okay, so
anyway.
it doesn't close all the way.
No, it doesn't. And I use it. I put my knee on. We go to bed.
Okay.
Okay.
Strong enough.
Yeah. So here we have a hatch that, you know, it's so hot, so we need to breathe out. And on top, I have a somewhat of a
Sun deck.
space, a sun deck. So I can spend time if we want.
Yeah.
We're close to, I don't know. It's nice to be up higher than other things. There are obstacles. You can go on top, and you have a great view.
How much solar are you carrying on top?
Oh, I only have 2 solar panels, so 630 watt system. Panels. I have a surfboard, and at the back I have it's free. So I could. My honest experience tells me that every square inch of roof you have, you should put solar.
Yeah, and you didn't.
I did not because first of all, I would need to have another MPPT solar charging, so I wouldn't have to upgrade or add on systems. Which right now I live with it, but when you come to these kind of rainy season or in BC, it's great for a long time. You run out of power.
Or
so
you got a lot of forest camping.
that's it. Yeah.
Shady places. Shady places are always nice, but as an Overlander, you don't like them too much because you don't have enough sun for your solar panels, right? By the way, this is the first Overlander I see with a flat screen.
Yeah. So I
movie nights.
Yeah, movie, or you work on computer, you can connect computer to it, and it swivels around, and this is you know, people would do a cabinet, but I did not want a cabinet and store clothes in it. So this thing has a you know, after a day skiing, you can hang your clothes to dry. Or the one is too wet. I show you in the bathroom. I have a towel warmer, which becomes a clothing dryer.
Yeah.
So
and it won't get moldy.
No, that's
over
it.
there. Yeah, in a closet, many people got problems with getting mold in there.
When we sleep, I push this here, so it clears and gives us a better room area here.
Cool.
So here. You're sitting right now on the heart of the truck. So I built the distribution panel, not panel, but boxes. And so the battery, the charger, the inverter, and the main distribution is underneath Abby. And then this is a second distribution for the battery monitoring system. This is like from the bed you control any heater. That's one of the heater. That's a hydronic system, and then you can. Look at your power consumption, and you see we're only at 52%, and I have 420 amp battery, so it's hard to keep up when you're in the canopied with trees and or raining. So
but
air conditioning.
You still have plenty of battery, and you're here for 3 days already, right?
Yeah. So air conditioning, we have a split air conditioning, which will be used more likely in campground when you can connect. Okay, I'm gonna come here. So the shower or the bathroom, for sure we have a composting toilet. I don't like to deal with the cassette toilet, that stuff. I really don't. So some people do believe in it, okay, but to me, there's nothing that equals to this.
Nothing better than the composting toilet.
Before I emptied it out, and there's never a smell. And when it's a month to 2 months that we can deal with the toilet. The pee jug is probably every 2-3 days you empty a pee jug, just like you pour at the tree water. Here is the towel warmer. So this connected to the hydronic system. So any clothes from you ski or honestly in Costa Rica we haven't started the heating because it's so warm. But anywhere that as soon as you start to have require heating, well this will get warm, and nothing gets wet very long here, honestly. And when you take a shower, this gets very hot and the area stays hot. You know, you don't freeze your ass here.
Nice.
In here I have a recycling shower. So this thing uses like a gallon of water for an hour shower if you want. So it picks up the water at the floor and it refilters it and sends it back into this.
Oh, so you're showering with the same water for an hour?
Yeah. Yeah, so it filters to this. I see this design on a guy on YouTube, and using an engineer, and well, he's an engineer, and then he designed it. And that's his 2.0 design, and I really like this. I don't use it enough because we have water, but I could use it more, honestly. Here, yeah, so it's a stainless steel pan, so water goes right away outside in the gray tank, and the gray tank has a valve, so wherever you go that you don't they don't allow you to, let's say you're in a parking lot, you don't want your water to go into a parking lot, so I close it, and then as soon as I can on the dirt road or whatever, we can get rid of it.
Yeah.
So it's understandable.
How often do you have to change the filter?
Filter is good for 40 showers.
40 showers?
Yeah, that's what they say.
This is the filter you can buy in Walmart in the US.
That's it, that's it. You buy a set of 2 even. Yeah. So that hoses the water condensation, so it drips in the shower pan. So.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Air conditioning unit.
Air conditioning works with, it's a 12-volt one, so that is, it pulls 67 amp, and then you need to be connected unless you have a monster solar panel system with sun. So yeah, that's a reality. In the roof system, roof structure, I have a beam, and so I have here this one, and at the back, completely at the back, you have another one at the corner of the TV. So I have a hammock here. So I've tested it all out, and my daughter came with the boyfriend. They slept in my bed for a week, and I slept in the hammock, and it does a really good job.
Cool.
So here we get into the working area where we cook. So this is the diesel cooktop that I was talking about. So you cook, and this is where it's happening. Okay, you're done with cooking, you close the lid, and it's made for it. And then there's a fan. If you put your hand here, you already feel the
warm air.
No, that's not warm because we haven't cooked, but the flow of air right now, this is what you would feel, like a real good hot hair. So this, look, you don't even hear it.
Yeah, no.
Practically, but it creates a good environment. And, you get up in the morning. I've been in Quebec for 6 months, minus 20 Celsius. I get up in the morning, go to the bathroom, start this up, start the other heater. 10 minutes, I'm ready to cook, and it's like warm feet. It's so nice, honestly. And this is cork wood. Cork is the best wood for heat transfer. That you have hydronics. The heat is transferred the most efficient through the cork.
Yeah. So actually, your camper is more built for winter camping.
It's 4 season. It's a full 4 season. Yeah. Window or double pane, so they don't come as well. And then you like shade. All the other shade. So we have choice of shade or screen and or none. So, and this is like very sealed window.
Dometic.
These are
window?
Arctic Tern.
What?
Arctic Tern.
Arctic Tern.
Yeah, okay. I really like them. So far, no issue. You still have to clean because when you bring it back up and down, you carry dust and stuff and bugs. So you still need to have some minimum maintenance. So around here, so that was the diesel cooked up, and then here is the induction. So I can cook on 2 different one. This one takes a lot of power, but very shortly. Yeah. Okay, that one will take very minimum power, very minimum fuel, but it creates a lot of heat. Okay, to cook. Fridge at
High level.
high level. I used to say man height, but at high level. I don't really like fridge in the bottom and crawling down. Honestly, probably I would have a little wider, a little bigger.
Yeah.
But the thing is now, you know, you can find any fridge that you like that are 110 volt, and there are people that do a reconfiguration, 12 volt configuration. So I would probably consider this. This is the remote 110. So if we need the induction, this is what gives us the 110 volt power. This light is just a witness that okay, we are on inverter, and it just very nice ambient
Ambience, yeah.
lighting. Yeah. Storage here. So fridge.
How do they lock up?
Yeah, that one is at a 2 level. That's why it's a big one. But these are the heavy ones, heavy drawer, and they kept opening. So instead, I installed an electromagnetic. So when we leave, I will just energize it, and when it's closed, this will not be opening. This is like 60 pounds required to open this.
Yeah.
So this one, and these two are locked. The other ones, they have the regular clicking kind of thing because they're light.
What's enough?
But you know, if I be building a truck for someone, I would put magnetic to all of them, because you never know what people are gonna be putting in those drawers. So I would have the whole thing magnetics.
And in the future, put the target in the back.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's a technical.
But also, if we forget, then
if I forget to press the switch, as soon as I turn the switch in the cockpit to start the engine, I brought a feed line here, so I have power feeding the drawer. So if I forget the switch, at least I have another power. However, if the drawer was not closed, it won't lock. You know what I mean? So you hope that the drawer are closed before you leave, if you forgot. Sink is always good an idea to have a deeper sink. They sell camper, man, they look like a soup bowl. You don't have room to clean or to store stuff. So that's one thing. You must have one of these. If you don't have one of these in your camper, it's crazy how nice. We keep low pressure, so we don't waste as much water. But if I want like 50 psi, I come here and I just say I want more air, and there's a noise right now. So I'm pressurizing the system, and I will have much more pressure after. So it's coming. So inverter, the knife old support, like it's very functioning here.
It's got electrolytic
cabinet for because I had before I had to change before the trip. I had a big box here, heavy, and I was putting plates in it, and then I decided, okay, for the trip I'm gonna take it off. So that's why it doesn't look like finish in there. But this is just for the plates and bowls. Max air fan. So people like to put two.
You like it, Max fan?
I like it, but right now, since we got here, my motherboard seemed to have. So I have to change the motherboard. I have a spare.
We got another brand and got the same issue.
Okay. Yeah, it's so humid, man. Probably water.
I think you were up there sweeping the water off the roof. Maybe.
I might have pushed water in, maybe. Yeah. But it needs to be investigated. So yeah, I have an access to the cockpit here. So if I needed to go to the truck up front, I just open it and I can leave without.
Can we have a look in there, or is it difficult to open?
Oh.
we felt pretty safe here.
Okay.
So we didn't have the seat down.
There's a configuration that needs to happen before to do this.
Yeah.
The seat has to be down up front.
Yeah.
One of the seat, the other one, the driver's seat, it's okay, but the passenger seat. So this is where we go. I would go out and start and leave. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much for touring us around in your awesome little over-engineered truck. No, I really do like it.
Thank you.
For me, it's not over-engineered. It's very good engineered. Yeah.
We all look like efficiency things that can be have double use, dual purpose.
You can see that you guys are engineers. Yeah.
I wish I could. I'm not an engineer. Some people say I do. I am. I'm not. I didn't study as an engineer, but I spent all my life with engineering. So I have stolen.
Even more important than studying, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I have the hands-on too. Yeah.
Okay. Then,
thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And I would say, stop dreaming, start planning. See you next time, and thank you guys for the video.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.